Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Beyond Akashic show. My name is Alexandra, and I am an Akashic Records practitioner at your service. Hello, everyone in the comment section. Hello, those who will watch this later. Last week, in the previous show, last Saturday, we received a beautiful gift from the light beings. And it was a gift that would help us to clear unconscious limitations we had about experiencing the best and highest version of us. It was a gift given by the Arcturian Collective of the Rose, a collective of light beings that I've been working with for a long time. And they showed us a beautiful crystal, or at least a crystal device, ethereal device, in which you will go in and receive clearing during the night. Because during the night is when we process the most. So, if you want to receive this clearing and you didn't watch the previous show, you can go later and go for it. Today, I want to share what I have been experiencing since last Saturday, since last connecting with all of you, and how I connect the dots, the symbols, the messages, and how I let them in, how I let them sink. I believe that that is very important. For example, when we go to an Akashic record session or a healing session and we receive information, there is so much to digest and integrate. And there are processes, or there is a process with steps to be able to really receive that message. So that is what I want to talk about today. We will be also doing a channeling guided by the light beings and perhaps opening Akashic records, express Akashic readings for all of you or some of you. So thank you if you decide to stay. Hello in the comment section. Hello, greetings, beloved Alexandra. Hello, Segment. Hello, Alexandra, beautiful souls. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Hi. Segment says, yes, I have been experiencing since your last show last week. It is powerful. It is powerful. It is powerful. Hello, Peace Wolf. Peace. May peace be within us. Thank you so much. So before we go ahead into this diverse and beautiful experience, I would like to invite you, if this is the first time that you are here, I would like to invite you to go and check out the channel. Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic 003 on YouTube. That's how you can find us. And you can check out the beautiful content, videos, opinions, valuable information, channelings, healing, ideas from Lana, Astrid, Elena, Penny, Shannon, Coco, of course, Janine and Jean-Claude, Max. And if you don't use YouTube, you can also try using Rumble, and you can find us on Rumble as Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic. And if you feel like you would like to have an Akashic record session with me or an Akashic healing, please go to beyondmystic.net, where you will find two services that I provide. One service is the Akashic healing. It's an intensive clearing of energy, of patterns, and it is guided by the hand of the Arcturian collective of the Rose, the light being consciousness that was with us last week, and also an Akashic record session, which is a reconnection with your soul, a reconnection with who you are truly, an alignment. So it would be my honor to have you in sessions. And also, if you feel like you're not so sure about having an Akashic record session because you don't know how it works, please go and read the review page in the beyondmystic.net consultations, and you can check out the reviews so you understand more or less how it works. There was one review here, for example, that I thought it was very interesting and perhaps will help you to understand what it really works or how it works when the information settles in. So, Patricia, thank you, Patricia, for this review. Thank you so much. Thank you for all of you who've taken the time to do these reviews. It's really inspiring and motivating. So she says here, the masters had some info for me that was both loving and filled with guidance, that's for sure. When I got to my questions, they either confirmed what I was thinking with some tweaks or gave me a completely different way to view given situations. Issues that had arisen from my past life that are having their conclusion in this lifetime. That happens a lot. Things like that. As I am writing this down, it seems very vague. I understand what she wants to say. I am having a hard time conveying what actually transpired. I resonated with many things immediately, scratched my head at some other stuff for a few days until the light bulb went off. And now, over a month later, I am still having insights because of it. I listened to the audio recording recently and was surprised by the number of things I had forgotten. It was almost like a bride on her wedding day. Oh my God, I love this part. Yes. She barely remembers what happened until she sees the pictures. Then things come flooding back. Two things I highly recommend: listening to your recording. Yes. And the session was everything I hope. And I'm going to have another when the time is right. Thank you, Patricia. So this precisely is what we are going to be talking about today. Oh, sorry. This exactly. Why? Because we want information, we watch shows and we want to watch content and we watch everything and we want to receive. Do we really let the information sink? Do we really use that information that is sacred, that your soul and your light and your light beings and guides gave you? So that is exactly what I want to talk about today, because there are so many things I wish I could talk in one go, but I can't. So I'm going to start little by little. And as you understand, the quantum experience, just as now in this show, the quantum experience is everything is happening at once. Our focus, our consciousness moves through that happening. So when we are in a channeling, we are fully aware of what's happening right now. And then we go back to our daily routines, and we go back to waking up in the morning, making breakfast, to be hungry, to feel hungry, to take care of your children if you have. You go back to your stuff, to your work, to the things that you do daily. So the idea of connecting in a spiritual way is that your consciousness, your awareness is during those daily things, is present during those moments that are so human. That is the gift, to be able to Recognize the richness within your heart, within yourself. Recognize that God-like feeling during the human experience. And how do we connect with those messages the most? In my case, is many things, but something that I connected with since I'm little is huge, busy dream time. Having lucid dreams, waking up in the middle of the night, having realizations, having visitors, lights, light beings, ghosts, all sorts of things happen when I sleep. For example, when I stay in an Airbnb, the first night, every single time when I stay in Airbnb or someone's house, that first night I don't sleep because I'm so busy. I wake up easily and I feel everything. So during the dream time, we are able to let the subconscious mind, where the astral world is, where the soul information is, also talk to you like a random scene, like a random voice that wants to tell you something in the symbolism that only you know. Your dreams aren't to be deciphered or interpreted by someone else or by a book that says so many rules. If you dream about a snake, ask to your own dictionary of symbols, what does the snake means for me? Don't look it up because you have a specific, beautiful inner living. And the more you get to know with yourself, or the more you get to know those symbols that you have, the more you can grow in this self-exploration, the more you can receive information from your soul, the better your life becomes, the more harmonious, the more sense there is in your life. So during this last week, since we did our channeling with the Pleiadians and the Arcturian beings, since they offered us the possibility to clear in that crystal device, to clear all of that noise, I've had intense dreaming. I'm going to tell you an example. On Tuesday, I think, this week, actually Monday was my birthday. Monday was my birthday, the 8th of June. And then the 9th, I think the 9th, it was the conjunction between Jupiter and Venus in the sky. So that night, I went out by myself and stared at that conjunction. You could see it clearly. The sky was clear. So I could see the Jupiter light and Venus, and I love Jupiter and I love Venus and I love my natal Jupiter and Venus. So I was really connecting with that energy. No expectation. That's one rule. No expectation. I'm not expecting anything. I'm not telling the guides what to tell me, right? So I'm just there looking at those stars, those planets that look like stars in the sky. So I went to bed, and that night I woke up in the middle of the night with a golden light in front of me. And it felt like blessing me. It felt like it was all around me. And there were two beautiful wings that I knew it was one of the goddesses or the consciousness that I work with. Her name is Isis. So I knew that there was a message there. During that moment, in the dream time, when I just woke up, in that moment when you're not really fully awake, your mind isn't fully working, that is a special moment. So I immediately ask, what am I feeling? Because what I'm feeling is a part of the message. So I felt a big presence, almost like telling me you are strong, like golden walls. You are strong. And so I went to bed again, I fell asleep again, and then I woke up in the morning and I gave myself time to think about that dream. I got busy. I have a toddler. I wake up with him jumping on the bed. I am busy all day, but I gift myself time to really listen, to really appreciate what Isis wanted to tell me. What was that message about? I'm walking in the countryside of France and I see two wings open, a beautiful eagle just across. And I knew it's a reminder. Continue connecting with that message. So I gave myself time to connect dots. You see, it's not only the channeling, it's what comes after. It's all of those signs, synchronicities that I weave together. I make sense of it. That is the whole point. That is why it's so much fun and so beautiful. So I started to connect a little bit more with that message. I'm going to tell you, share with you part of the message was that precisely the energy of Isis is incarnating in many women and men on earth. And not that I am only the energy of Isis. I am a little bit of it, a fractal, a drop. I'm a drop of many genes in the galactic system, but that one too. And that means, she asked me, are you honoring this? Are you honoring your sexual energy? Are you honoring the capacity to physically feel everything? Are you honoring your physical body? Why do you want this information if you're not taking care of it? So then I understood the message was be fully present. Use your physical body as a connection to divinity. When you feel that, when you're walking in the countryside and you feel this burst of energy, almost like bliss, just because you're walking, that means your physical body is divine to use it, embody it, incarnate that energy. So, for example, that was one little part of all of this trip since last Saturday. I also had in different other nights more information, like last night. So, what I'm trying to weave here or convey here is that when you receive your channeling or your message, is not only that moment. That is just the imprint, the one you come back to listen, the one you come back to experience. But after that, during your daily life, you receive signs, and it's up to you to make sense of them. It can get as deep and as expansive and as meaningful as you wish. You are the one who decides. Another message that I had, especially last night, and this one has a specific important gem I want to talk about. So that specific message, I was dreaming that in a recurring dream, everybody has got recurring dreams, places, scenarios, people you dream a lot with. And this dream I had 10 years perhaps. So I was dreaming about a house. And in many occasions during those 10 years, the house changed. Sometimes the house was small, sometimes the house was dirty, sometimes the house was pristine, sometimes I have people in my house, sometimes I was welcoming family in my house. So I know that message brings an information not only about my home, literally, but also what I value and how my worth is. This is something that I have we've connected during years. So it's not something that I connect just last night. because I have decided since a long time ago to live my life this way. So from that message, I woke up and I was thinking, oh, well, I haven't dreamed about this house in a long time. They even gave me numbers, like specific numbers. And I told my husband, I'm going to play those numbers in the lottery. He laughed. So what I'm saying is, you can get as deep as you can. So in the morning, when I was washing the dishes, I connected with that house. And then I asked, what is that they want to tell me? Of course, they want to talk about my worth. They want to talk about how I see my own worth and how I see my own value, because this is one of the lessons I come here to experience, to transcend from many other lifetimes. So I was exploring that in my heart. And as I was washing the dishes and connecting with that image and putting things together and exploring in that dream, how was the house, who I spoke to, every little thing is a part of the message. So I was connecting it. And I came down to this beautiful realization that I want to share with you. And what I understand, and this perhaps might apply to you or not, is that the value that I have been giving myself for a long time was the value of my personality, Alexandra, my story, and what I do. And then I realized, wait a minute, the value I should give to myself is the value of my consciousness. My consciousness is worthy. And then, boom, I understood, like, wow, like another layer broke. And that precisely is what started last Saturday, when they were helping us clearing limitations we had about ourselves that didn't allow us to live the life we wanted, to live the highest version of ourselves. So now, today, I understand that my worth is not determined by my story or what I've done in my life or where I come from or my name. Is determined by the consciousness that is living these experiences. And then I realize that consciousness that is living this experience is just one little fractal of God. So everything I do is adding to the big pot of the source. Everything that I experience. How valuable is that? How valuable are you and your consciousness and your fractal, the way you see the world, that is also adding to the big pot of the source, adding memories, experience, many diverse experiences to the big pot of the source. So that I understood, that's what, when we realized, okay, we're all one. We really are. We're just one tiny part of God. And that's why we're so important. That's why my life is important. That's why reading all these symbols and living this experience is so important, because that consciousness is so valuable to the source. That little consciousness that connects with all of the other consciousness that you and 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 you are. So this is how I connect messages together, how I learn to live my life because I want to. Because for me, there isn't anything else as expanded, there is anything else that make me feel as bliss or loved than connecting with my inner temple, my inner place. Perhaps this is the way that I am designed, but also I have given myself the chance to live like that. So you get the chance to connect the dots of your life with the information that is given to you. And you learn to put the pieces of the jigsaw or the puzzle together for you. And when one piece fits with another, you feel that expansion. Of course. That's why this happened. And now I understand where I am now. So then I understand where I'm going, or maybe I understand a little bit, 10% of where I'm heading in my life. So when you receive a channeling, when you go to an Akashic record session, when you receive information by yourself, it unfolds, it sinks in, it integrates in your mind, in the way you see the world, in your physical body, in your emotional body. And for example, in my case, since last Saturday, my understanding, my mind is understanding that I am worthy because I am a part of God. I am one consciousness. Therefore, I start to see life differently. The things that come to me, I don't have to give something back straight away, or I don't have to receive them with lack. I receive them because why not? Of course, I am a part of that too. So you see how things change when your mind state changes, your energies changes. Well, your energy had already changed, so your mindset can change. Your life changes. And little by little, this is how we explore the harmony and we continue to grow in a more aware or awake state. I'm going to look into the comment section. I'm sorry if I've been speaking a long time. I needed to do it, otherwise I lose track easily. Vicky says, I love Jupiter and Venus too. Wow, they're a delight, aren't they? I love it. I love Jupiter and Venus. Saturn, I love too. Saturn has taught me a lot. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Thank you. It was Monday the 8th. I'm 37. I am not ashamed of saying that whatsoever. I love it. And I'm so grateful for this birthday. It was amazing. We did beautiful things with my family. Vicky says, I have recurring dreams about being in elevators of all kinds, shapes, and sizes. You see, it's interesting because the elevator has already become a symbol in your dream state, in your subconsciousness. And depending on the shape and the size or the color or the feeling is a part of the message that your subconscious mind wants to tell you during that dream. Better Than Ever says, hi, Alex. Will you be channeling messages for your followers during this live? Yes, I will. Let me see the time. Yes, I will. That's the plan. Such a great message for us to be aware of. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Segment says, this message and your experiences resonate. Thank you. Happy birthday. Thank you. I will share a song with you. And this song, it's really expansive. And it reminds me when I enter an Akashic Records. Because when you enter someone's Akash, it's like you enter to their world. And the one I'm going to play reminds me of my own inner garden, my inner place. And I will share with you. And that is how we move into the second half of this show, which is opening Akashic Records for whoever wishes a channel information to enlighten their life. Before we do that, I would love to remind you that tomorrow there is a workshop. Tomorrow, the 14th of June, is live, and it's about Chiron in Taurus with Astrid. Remember that you get 10% discount with code Chiron10. Thank you, Astrid, for this, the healing of worth, security, and sacred embodiment. Exactly what we were talking about. This is so interesting. I will see Astrid there. And also remember that for the Father's Day upcoming, there is a collection from Floreline. You will also get 10% discount. Oh, this is a limited edition, reusable cotton gift bag included. Really lovely. I wish I could smell it. Charcoal block, lemon scrub. My partner will love this. Grounding charcoal energy citrus from Floreline Blooms Botanicals. Thank you, Floreline, for this offering. And so from now, we will be sharing the, can you see me? Sharing the video of this beautiful song. I'm excited about you guys listening to this song. Let's listen. Nice, huh? I'm going to write down the name of him, Fabio Caramuru, so you can read it. And the name of the song is Cigarra. He is from Brazil. That song is so abundant because you can hear life happening. He plays a genre of music called eco music, music from plants, beings, creatures. And this is music you can play to the plants that inhabit your home. This is how I met him years ago. Well, I met his music. So this is another way of connecting with yourself and meeting the message. The message is around you. Meeting, go, directing yourself to the message. I'm going to look into these comments that are so interesting. I think one of the biggest challenges with my dream messages is discerning what comes from the subconsciousness. Yes, yeah, let's talk about this. Fears, beliefs, past experiences, and current situations, and what may come from the soul or spirit. It comes from the same place. So, fears, beliefs, past experiences are memories of your soul. Your soul isn't separate from it. Your soul comes here to experience fear and peace, everything. That is the whole trip about on earth. So, precisely what comes up in dream time, and when it comes that we wake up crying or we had a nightmare, is a fear or fear-related message your subconscious mind want to tell you, so you are aware of it and change a perspective from your conscious mind. Usually the way I see it is that those nightmares bring secrets that you keep from yourself that are actually limiting you to be the highest version of you. That is why when you wake up and there's this feeling, the uncomfort, this frustration, whatever that you feel, take into consideration that this is a message and perhaps a past experience. That is one thing. Also, we have visitors. We have entities that feed from those fear-based nightmares we have, and they love to hang around and they love to feed from it. That happened to me a lot, especially when I was in my postpartum, like over 2 months after the C-section I had. And as far as I understand, when we have a surgery, we are open, our aura opens, so we let in things easier, good and bad. So how do I recognize when an is an entity and not only one of my fears? Is that usually that entity is like a joker, and you can tell by the way it changes its form. It can be a big dragon with a big tongue, and then it becomes a bat, and then it becomes, so it has a shape-shifting characteristic. And then when that happens to me in many occasions, when that happens, I always put a stop. So I recognize, all right, what is the fear that I'm living here that is keeping this entity here? Because it's a part, like I am matching the energy of that entity, or that entity is matching the energy of my fear. So I want to figure out what is the fear or the secret that I am keeping to myself, so I can make it visible, bring it to the light. So then I can ditch this entity and say, I understood that I have a fear of feeling disappointed, for example. So I know that the entity leaves the moment I make my own fear and my own secret visible. That is how I learned. When I have ghosts during the night, and ghosts are just fragments of the soul that stays when the emotion is really low density in places. That happens a lot everywhere. So when they come, they aren't a part of your fear, they are just around. And how to identify is that they have their own story. You can see them like circling in loops in their own emotion or their own story. How do I put a stop on them? Is from my own light. I'm not calling Archangel Michael. I'm not calling, not because I can, but because I know that my power is the most powerful. So, in this scenario, so I ask from my heart to glow energy coming from the source of love and light, so this entity can leave. Or I ask directly, what's your story? With curiosity, what happened? Like, what's your story? Why are you here? Or if I am scared, I say, you know what? I'm just going to push you with my light. I'm going to push you back because I don't want to deal with this. I'm tired. I want to wake up in the morning. I have so many things to do. I can't deal with this tonight. So there are many experiences. We could talk about this for ages, but we want to continue with the Akashic Records openings. Thank you for this question. It's really interesting, and we can continue exploring more about this in this show and the next shows. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi. I want to see the comments. That are so many comments. Thank you. I'm reading the questions. Oh, I like this. Recently, I feel like I've been contacted by the Hathors a bit more downloads. Beautiful, beautiful. The Hathors, from my perspective, are great at listening. They had big ears. So they are listening, their mind, their challenge was to keep thoughts calm. So they learned to listen the messages from everywhere, from the universe. I also work with the Hathors. This is interesting. I want to understand. Save the quote from this morning. The ghost, there is a small and quiet record of something that you have lived. Oh, I love this. And struggled and persisted and eventually became a part. Wow. Bam low, you blow my mind. It makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. Thank you for the way you say it. Beautiful song. Yes, I agree. So, shall we go into the Akashic records? Let's ask first to the masters of the Akash to please open the beautiful gates of knowledge, wisdom, and clarity from the love and light perspective for those involved. They they will show me which comment, which question. Here. Thank you, Dawn Ting. My name is Dawn. I lost my 28-year-old son 2 years ago, and my mother, and a month later, wow, I'm having a difficult time getting my drive back. And any advice? Okay, thank you, Dawn. Thank you, beautiful name. Let's ask. So They show me how in your daily life you might feel that you're stuck at one activity. For example, let's say you are typing or you're working and you're working on that thing particular, and it seems like you go into a tunnel vision where you're just there. And they say, we are here, all around you, your guides, your guardian angels, your friends, and those who passed away. Before we continue with this message, we want to invite you to touch the bare ground with your bare foot, to touch grass or land, ground with your feet barefoot, feet bare, and get in touch with the physical reality, get in touch with nature, because nature will help you higher your or rise your frequency, so then you can feel more alleviated from that pain. You can tell the pain to go away through your hands on the ground, and grass and Mother Earth and ground will help you release and clear. That is one first part of the message done. They say, notice what you do after. Not try not to go back to where you were seated writing or where you were seated working. Continue outside, developing practices, habits where your physical body receives the sunshine or is outside. So the presence of your son would like to say something to you. So we're going to allow this information. Thank you. And he takes his helmet off and he says, I have been working in many incarnations in situations that are war-like, or where my physical body has to leave earlier because I chose to be a warrior with short time on earth. I am like a big explosive volcano that has dynamic and vital energy, but then it goes off after a period of time. And that is what he agreed with you before he incarnated. This is the way that he will continue. And he says, remember that volcano, that fire, that explosion of energy that I was when I was alive on earth, because I am still that. And I help you to feel open, expansive, fiery, strong every time you remember about me or you think about me. So he says, I am on your right hand side. When you feel like your physical body is apathetic, gray, low, tired, think of me and I'll help you to ignite that energy again. That is my job from where I am. And then he shows me how he puts his helmet back and then he goes off to fight, showing us his warrior-like attitude towards life, even after he has passed. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We ask the records, is there anything else that Dawn needs to know? And then they show me your mother on your left-hand side with one pink rose on her hand. She says, I'm going to gift you this rose. Notice there aren't any spines or thorns. It's soft. And she says, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I ever was spiky, or if I ever wore thorns around me. This is my gesture of peace or agreement or connection or neutrality with you. She says, I'm sorry, and then she stands smiling with her big eyes and big smile on your left-hand side. light, lightful, nothing heavy. And then they both said, we're both here with you. Done. And they say, follow the recommendations in the physical reality. That's where you need yourself the most. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you understood, Dawn. Thank you so much. Thank you, 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 thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me translate these messages for you. Dawn. Dawn team. Thank you. I'm looking at the comments. They go fast. Okay. Okay, there's another question here. Luz Estela Moncaleano. What do my guides want me to know about my current physical health issues and what is the lesson? Thank you, bendiciones. Okay, let's see. Notice the light is going a little bit. It's getting darker here. Let's see. They're going to show me your body. And they show me your hands and your knee or your left knee a lot. Okay, let's see. So they show me something mechanical happening within your physical body, especially in your joints and the fluids that go through the joints, and how that part or that system in your body mechanically is the doorway to alleviate whatever health issue that you have. So they say, pay attention to how tight or contracted or rusty your joints are, and dedicate some time expanding, moving, making more flexible those joints in your body, like wrists and knees especially, and shoulders. You can also use water on your feet in order to allow the energy stagnant in your joints to be released in that pot of water. So if you sit down on a chair and put water in your feet, like in a bassinet or something like that, and you can start moving your joints in the way that you can, it can help you release the energetic inflammation and stagnation that is in those joints, then allowing the circulation of your flow of energy and the circulation of blood, oxygen, in every system in your body to easier. So you won't be so blow up, and then your lymphatic system can also drain. They say this isn't a big worry or isn't something so detrimental to your health, but it's something you need to pay attention to, because over time it can get a little bit more tighter and tighter and tighter. And they say your body is telling you to be flexible and to allow the emotion leave your body, not stay there. They show me also looking at your diet and consuming water, liquids, hydration. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you understood, Luz. Thank you for your question. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm looking at the question. Okay. Better, I need your name. I need your name. Better than ever 8. Ale, I am currently facing a situation at work. If you feel guided to do so, is there any message from my guides through your guides regarding my current work situation? Yes. Thank you. Please remember to put your full birth name down here. I'll wait while I connect with your energy. You can put your full birth name here in the chat. If you're still here. Let's see if you're still here. I'm gonna ask the guides if we can continue without your name. They say yes, yes, yes. You will watch this later. Okay? Okay. This message is for better than ever 8. You might have many people at work that might feel the same tension that you feel. So it's like there's so many other opportunities or so many other issues connected to yours. Let's understand this better. Okay, I understand. You might wonder, better than ever 8, you might wonder, am I going to be fired? Or because it might be happening to some of the work team, some of the work team might be leaving. So you might feel that might happen to you, or whatever is happening in the company might impact you directly in the way that has already impacted others. And they want to say nothing to worry about. It seems like this is they are sweeping the members of the team of the company that aren't adding anything to the highest purpose of the company, and you are, or the company or the work, wherever you work. So they invite you to start looking into what you do right, how you can do better, and how you can also do this somewhere else. What is happening within you is the doubt and the invitation. I think I'm better doing something else, or I think I have learned what I needed to learn here. I have learned, like, professionally what I needed to learn here, and I am ready to go somewhere else to expand more. This is only an invitation for you to consider, to open your mind to perhaps going into another place that serves you better. So they say take this moment or this opportunity in a positive way, so you remember that you are capable to do something new. And bear in mind that your service, your work, whatever you do in that company, in that job, is not at risk like the others. Thank you. They say we show you both perspectives, so you grow in perspective and choose what your heart says. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you understood better than 8. Okay. We thank the Masters of the Akash for today. We thank you for being here, for spending this hour together. We are leaving now. Before we go, this is Stella. Makes sense. Thank you, Alexandra. Thank you. Thank you. Before we go, I like to remind you that if this is the first time that you're here, remember that you can go and visit the channel and comment and like and tell us where you come from and find us on Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic 003. And if you don't use YouTube and you rather use Rumble, please find us as Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic. And if you feel like you would love to have an Akashic Records experience, if you feel like the Akashic Records might offer something or you resonate with the energy that is being shared today, please go and check beyondmystic.net. And you can find here an Akashic Records reading service as well as the Akashic healing. It would be my honor entering your records and being able to translate whatever that your guides and your soul and your whole story want to tell you for your own benefit. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. See you next Saturday, and infinitely grateful for you. Bye-bye. Thank you.